Hey guys, I'm here to make your day a little bit sweeter by sharing with y'all two of my favorite recipes and combining both to create a rustic and super cute strawberry cake. Let's get started with the Italian meringue buttercream. I literally swear by this recipe and use it all the time with my cakes. Get your ingredients ready and pay attention because it is a little tricky since we aren't using a baking thermometer. Once you've measured all the ingredients, start by cleaning the bowl in which you'll be making the meringue with vinegar. This will give you a clean and germ-free bowl which will help form the meringue better. Add the egg whites after this and keep it aside. You can also use a hand blender to do this, just make sure you clean the whisk and bowl with vinegar. At this point, start placing the sugar and water over a medium heat and allow this to reach a boiling temperature. You will know this once the syrup begins to bubble and boil. In case your sugar syrup ceases, don't freak out, add some water and let it continue to boil. Once the sugar syrup has been boiling for at least 3 minutes, start whisking the egg whites simultaneously. Make sure the sugar syrup is on medium heat throughout. Check on the sugar syrup and let it continue to boil for another 3 minutes, then turn off the heat. Start adding the sugar syrup little by little into the egg whites. Take your time and do this step. Once all the syrup has been added, allow the meringue to whisk until the sides of the bowl is warm to cool when you touch it. This step takes time, so be patient with it. So the meringue has been whisking away for a while now and the sides of the bowl are finally cool. At this point, start adding the butter and vanilla in roughly 3 to 4 parts. Our buttercream is finally done and it has turned out so great. Shift this into a clean bowl and let's move on with our cake. Get all your ingredients ready and let's get started. Once you have measured all your ingredients, start by preheating the oven to 160 degrees. After this, start whisking the dry ingredients to combine the mixture and its contents well. Add the yolks mixture into this bowl and set it aside. Start whisking the egg whites until it forms stiff peaks. This step is very important as this will determine the texture of the cake and help it rise really well. Using the same whisk, start mixing the dry ingredients and yolks mixture until they are fully combined. This should take about roughly 10 seconds. Fold in the egg whites into this mixture in 3 parts. I did this in 2 parts, but it is better to divide into 3. Make sure you don't overmix this batter as you will end up deflating all that air you worked so hard to incorporate. Once the batter is ready, set it aside and start prepping your baking mold. This recipe works perfectly for a 6-inch mold. Make sure to line or grease only the base of the mold. The sides can be left as it is, and this will help the batter to rise better. Do not worry, once baked, your cake will come out of the mold without any hassle. Once you pour all the batter, level it out with a spatula and give it about 3 taps on the table to bring out any air bubbles. Now let's get to baking this cake. Place the mold on the baking tray and pour 2 cups of water in the tray. This method adds more moisture to the oven and the result will be a light and fluffy cake with a smooth top because of even baking. Once the cake is baked, set it aside and allow it to cool. Now let's get to making my super awesome strawberry filling for our cake. You will just need 2 ingredients for this recipe, strawberries and sugar. Now let's get started. Remove the leaves from the strawberries and add them in a saucepan along with sugar. Let it cook on a low to medium heat until the strawberries have reached a thick, jam-like consistency. You can turn off the heat when the filling is a little watery, as the filling continues to thicken when removed from the heat. Set this aside to completely cool. Now let's get to layering our chiffon cake. Start by cutting the cake horizontally in half. We'll just need 2 layers of cake for this. After this, add some Italian meringue buttercream that we made earlier and spread a thin coat using a spatula. Now add a generous layer of the strawberry filling over this and another small layer of the buttercream. Once you're done, place the other half of the cake over this and start covering the entire cake with a thin layer of buttercream. This does not have to be perfect as we are going for a more rustic look as the end result. Once you've created a rustic texture with the buttercream on the entire cake, add some fresh strawberries over the cake and dust them generously with some icing sugar. Here you go guys, this is my super fluffy and light chiffon cake with Italian meringue buttercream and strawberry filling. This is such a fun dessert to make for literally any occasion or if you just feel like it. Do try it out and let me know how it all turned out in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. I will see you in my next video. Bye!